A very good morning to my dear students. Once again, welcome back to 7th grade English class. Today we are actually dealing with, or we would like to go with, the 5th chapter in your supplementary reader. The chapter is entitled as The Last Truck Ride. It is a beautiful story written by Ruskin Bond. Now, let us have a look into the preface passage to know more about the chapter. So here I am going to read the preface paragraph. So please do listen and read along with me. Twice a day, Preetham Singh takes his battered old truck on the narrow mountainous road to the limestone quarry. He is in the habit of driving fast. The brakes of his truck are in good condition. What happens when a stray mule suddenly appears on the road? So here in the preface passage, the writer introduced the main character in the story. It is none other than Preetham Singh. So from the information that was actually given in the preface passage, it is clearly understood that Preetham Singh owns a truck. And what do you mean by battered? Yeah, battered is actually beaten up through a lot of use. That means destroyed or distracted, or it was too much used. So the old truck was actually completely used one. That means, yeah, he used to travel through the truck a lot. So that was that was what it was regarded here as a battered old truck. And Preetham Singh, yeah, I have already told you that Preetham Singh owns a truck, and the truck was almost battered. That means beaten up through a lot of use, or the truck was in actually a rough condition. Then he was actually driving the truck to where he used to drive the truck to a mountainous road to the limestone quarry. Yeah, he was actually traveling. He used to travel his truck to the limestone quarry. Then he is in the habit of driving fast. So whenever, and it is here mentioned that he used to drive very fast, and the brakes of his truck are in good condition. Yeah, and the brakes also are in good condition. Then what happens when a stray mule suddenly appears on the road? So suddenly there happened to appear a stray mule suddenly on the road, as he was actually driving the truck very fast. What do you mean by a stray mule? Mule is actually a male or female hybrid offspring of a male donkey and a female horse. Yeah, it was actually a wild animal. And as Preetham Singh was actually traveling the truck in a very high speed, suddenly there on the road appeared a stray mule. It is also here said that the brakes of his truck are in good condition. Then now let us find what happened when the stray mule suddenly appeared on the road. Okay, now let us go to the first part of the story. Here I am going to read the first passage. Please do listen and read along with me. A horn blared, shattering the silence of the mountains, and a truck round the bend in the road. A herd of goats scattered left and right. So, in the first paragraph itself, we get a very clear picture about the place in which the truck was actually going through. Yeah, a horn blared. What do you mean by blared? Blared means a loud sound, the sound of the horn. A horn blared, shattering the silence of the mountains, and a truck came round the bend in the road. So actually they were traveling through a mountain, and as you all know, there was a big silence in the mountain, and when they blowed the horn, yeah, that silence suddenly broke, and a truck came round the bend in the road, and the truck was actually coming through the road, which was actually appeared in bend. Okay, a herd of goats scattered left and right. So there was actually on the path, there was actually a herd of goats. That means a group of, yeah, a collection of gods. And as the on blared, yeah, all these animals got shuffled or scattered left and right. Okay, now I'm going to read the second paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. The gothards cursed as a cloud of dust enveloped them, and then the truck had left them behind and was rattling along the stony, unpaved hill road. At the wheel of the truck, stroking his grey moustache, sat Preetham Singh, a turbaned Sikh. It was his own truck. He did not allow anyone else to drive it. So now the gothers, what do you mean by gothers? A person who herds, HERDS, a person who herds. And what do you mean by herds? Herds means a number of domestic animals assembled together under the watch or ownership of a keeper. See, for example, we used to see images like a man or a small boy uh, keeping or watching the assembled domestic animals together. So it was almost like that. Okay, so suddenly the gothers, so as they were actually traveling or passing through the mountains, yeah, in the first paragraph it is clearly understood that a herd of goats scattered left and right. Then suddenly there was actually a herd of goats, collection of goats, and it got shattered and shuffled as the sound of the horn came. So possibly if there was a herd of goats, definitely there was also a person who was actually keeping or watching the watching the animals. Okay, so suddenly the gothers, that is, here it is said that the gothers means a person who herds. That means a person who is actually taking care of assembled animal. Okay, the gothers cursed as a cloud of dust enveloped them. So as the gods were shuffled here and there occurred a cloud of dust, and then the truck had left them behind and was rattling along the stony, unpaved hill road. So see, for example, what do you mean by rattling sound? Yeah, rattling sound, the sound created or produced when loose objects hit together. So in the first paragraph itself, we saw that the truck was actually was not a new one. The truck was really a old one. So as it was actually going through the stony, unpaved hill road. Stony means it was not on a good condition. It was not concreted. Uh, so there were actually stones. So as the truck was actually going through the stony and unpaved hill road, there occurred some sound. That sound is mentioned here as rattling. So rattling sound is actually the sound created or produced by when loose objects hit together. Okay. At the wheel of the truck, stroking his grey moustache, sat Preetham Singh, a turbaned Sikh. And it was actually Preetham Singh who actually drove the truck. A turbaned Sikh. What do you mean by turbaned Sikh? Turbaned Sikh means wearing the turban. That means a headdress. Okay. It was his own truck. He did not allow anyone else to drive it. So it was actually his own truck, and he would never allow any other person to drive it. He was that much interested to drive it, and he did not interested, or he did not like to, yeah, assign the duty of driving to anyone other than him. Okay. Now listen, here we are actually going with the next page. So please take page number 40, and here I am going with the first paragraph. Please do listen. Every day he made 2 trips to the limestone quarries, carrying truckloads of limestone back to the depot at the bottom of the hill. He was paid by the trip, and he was always anxious to get in 2 trips every day. So, and it was clearly stated here that every day he used to travel by the truck, and he was in fact very anxious to get at least 2 trips every day, because each he was paid for each trips, and he was very anxious to get at least 2 trips in a day. Okay. And what was actually his job? Yeah, he was actually carrying truckloads of limestone back to the depot. So it was, what was actually his duty was, he actually he used to drive the lorry or the truck to the limestone field. Then he had to take loads of limestone, and he had to bring it back to the depot. So this was actually his profession, and he was paid for each and every trip, and he was actually anxious to get at least 2 trips in a day. Okay, now listen, we are going with the next paragraph. Sitting beside him was Nathu, his cleaner boy. Nathu was a steady boy with a round, cheerful face. It was difficult to guess his age. He might have been 12 or he might have been 15. He himself did not know, since no one in his village had troubled to record his birthday. But the hard life he led probably made him look older than his years. He belonged to the hills, but his village was far away on the next range. So here another character was being introduced in this particular paragraph, and other than our main character Preetham Singh, there was one more character, named as the Nathu, and Nathu was actually the cleaner boy, and it was clearly said that Nathu looked very sturdy. Sturdy means very strong, and with a round, cheerful face, and he was having a cheerful face. He was very vibrant, he was very lively, he was very enthusiastic. So he always had a cheerful face. Then, and it is also said here that it was very difficult to mention his age. Yeah, he might have been 12 or 15, and he did not even know about his age, because no one had recorded it. So he did not know about his birthday. Anyway, it was actually very difficult to guess his age, and nowadays he looked older than what he really was, because it was mainly because of the hard work. It was mainly because of the tiredness he always had in his daily work. It might be because of that. So even though he was very young, nowadays he was not looking very young. It might be because of the difficult task, or it might be because of the tired job he was actually going through. Okay, then we are actually going with the next paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. Last year the potato crop had failed. As a result, there was no money for salt, sugar, soap and flour. Nathu's parents and small brothers and sisters couldn't live entirely on the onions and artichokes, which were about the only crops that had survived the drought. There had been no rain that summer, so Nathu waved goodbye to his people and came down to the town in the valley to look for work. Someone directed him to the limestone depot. He was too young to work at the quarries, breaking stones and loading them on the trucks, but Preetham Singh, one of the older drivers, was looking for someone to clean and look after his truck. Nathu looked like a bright, strong boy, and he was taken on at 10 rupees a day. So this was actually, so here in this paragraph, it was clearly spoken about the background in which how Nathu came here. So Nathu here, as per the information we got from this paragraph, Nathu owned a paddy field, not paddy field, Nathu owned acres of land, maybe acres of land in his native village. And the last year there occurred a drought, and most of his crops failed. Most of his crop failed, and as a result there was no money for salt, sugar, soap and flour. Okay, and Nathu's parents and small brothers and sisters couldn't live entirely on the onions and artichokes, which were about the only crops that survived the drought. So only onions and artichokes survived. Only onions and artichokes had survived the drought. The rest of the crops had completely ruined out of the completely ruined in the drought. So the only crops that had survived the drought was onions and artichokes, and it was very difficult for them to lead a life with the income they were actually getting out of onions and artichokes. So at that crucial situation, he decided to say goodbye to his native village, and from that time onwards he was actually looking for a good job. And at that time someone had directed him, Nathu, to this Preetham Singh, and at that time Preetham Singh was actually looking for a good boy for his good boy as a cleaner in his truck. So as a result they met together, and Preetham Singh was very much interested in the characteristics of Nathu, and he selected Nathu as his truck driver, and in that way he got the appointment, and from that time onwards they were actually leading a life together. Preetham Singh as the owner cum driver, and Nathu as the cleaner boy. Okay. So Nathu looked like a bright, strong boy, and he was taken on at 10 rupees a day. So Nathu looked like a bright boy, and Preetham Singh actually offered him 10 rupees a day. So Nathu was actually drawing a salary of 10 rupees a day. Okay, so he was actually drawing a monthly salary of 30 rupees. Okay. Now here we are going with the next paragraph. Please do listen and to read along with me. That had been 6 months ago, and now Nathu was an experienced hand at looking after trucks, riding in them and even sleeping in them. He got on well with Preetham Singh, the grizzled. What do you mean by grizzled? Dark grey color. Yeah, he was, so Preetham Singh was actually nearing to grey. That means he was actually getting older. So that is what here it is mentioned as, and the Preetham Singh was grizzled. 50-year-old Sikh who had well-to-do sons in Punjab, but whose steady independence kept him on the road in his battered old truck. Okay, so when Nathu started as a cleaner boy in Preetham Singh's truck, he was not that much experienced. But now Nathu became an experienced head, and it is clearly said that now Nathu knew looking after how to look after trucks and how to ride in them and how to sleep in them. So in that way he he was that much experienced nowadays. And apart from that, here is also spoken that Preetham Singh was not that much. Preetham Singh, as you expect, is not a poor one. Is not a poor man. Yeah, he was actually yeah, uh, a man of 50-year-old. Then he has children, and they were leading a well-to-do life. Yeah, they all were settled, and they were living in Punjab, and they were all leading a well-to-do life. Sorry, even though his children were settled and were leading a good life and were financially sound, but Preetham Singh was very sturdy. That means he was very strong. So he needed to lead, or he actually wanted to lead a free life, not a reliant life. He actually wanted to be self-reliant. So that is what, even in the late years of 50, even in the late years of 50s, he was actually, yeah, earning something for his own life. That was the reason that kept him on the road in his battered old truck. So that is why, even though he was actually nearing to 50 year, his 50th year, yeah, it was only because of his determination. He was determined enough, and that was the only reason that left him alone on the road in his, yeah, battered old truck. Okay, now please listen. We are going with the next paragraph. Preetham Singh pressed hard on his horn. Now there was no one on the road, no animals, no humans, but Preetham was fond of his horn and liked blowing it. So now he started pressing the horn, and there was nobody in the road. So even though there was nobody in the road, he was actually interested to press this horn repeatedly. That is why here it is clearly said that Preetham was fond of his horn, and he liked blowing it. So in that way just pressed the he just pressed on his horn. Okay, now we are actually going with the next page. So all of you please take page number 41 and turn over the page. It was music to his ears. One more year on this road, said Preetham. Then I will set my truck and retire. Yeah. So blowing the horn repeatedly was really his routine, and he regarded it as a music to his ears. And then he soon mentioned that, yeah, only one more year, after the coming year, he would definitely sell his truck, and he would take his retirement. Okay, who will buy this truck? Said Nathu. I will retire before it will retire before you do. Then Nathu mockingly said that who will actually buy this truck, because this truck was very old. Then who would dare to buy this old truck? And he added that it would definitely retire before you take your retirement. Then he added that, Nathu added that, yeah, this truck would definitely retire before Preetham Singh took his retirement. Don't be cheeky, boy. She is only 20 years old. There are still a few years left in her. See, don't mock over that. Don't think so. She's only 20 years old. The truck had only 20 years of oldness. And in his opinion, there were still a few years left in her. So he said that the truck was only 20 years old, and in her opinion, there were still a few years left in her. And as though to prove it, he blew the horn again. Then, in order to prove his statement, or in order to prove what he was told, then he started blowing the horn. Its strident sound echoed and re-echoed down the mountain gorge. Okay, so what do you mean by gorge and what do you mean by strident? Both those words are given along with their meanings in the same page. Strident means loud and harsh, gorge means a deep narrow. So when he blowed the horn again, yeah, the sound was echoed. The sound was echoed in the deep narrow mountain. A pair of wild fowl, disturbed by the noise, flew out from the bushes and glided across the road in front of the truck. So this was actually another visual image we could find in this portrayal. So when Pritam Singh blowed his horn again, yeah, this actually by hearing this long and loud and harsh sound, yeah, a pair of wild fowl were quite disturbed by the sound of this horn, and they started flying out from the bushes and glided across the road in front of the truck. Okay. Pritam Singh's thoughts went to his dinner. Having had a good meal for days, he grumbled. So suddenly he said that, yeah, it had been really days in order to take a good meal. Okay. Having had a good meal for weeks, said Nathu, although he looked quite well fed. Then Nathu interestingly asked him, haven't had a good meal for weeks? You haven't had a good meal for weeks? Yeah, although he looked quite well fed. So even though he looked contemptuous, even though he looked as if he ate something in a contemptuous manner, even though he was actually saying that he actually wanted to go for a good meal. So that is why Nathu asked him, haven't had a good meal for weeks? Yeah. Tomorrow I will give you dinner, said Pritam. Tandoori chicken and pilau rice. Then Pritam told to Nathu that, yeah, tomorrow he would give him dinner consisting of tandoori chicken and pilau rice. I will believe it when I see it, said Nathu. Nathu said that he would only believe it if he saw it. Okay. Pritam Singh sounded the horn again before slowing down. The road had become narrow and precipitous, and trotting ahead of them was a train of mules. As the horn blared, one mule ran forward, one ran backwards, one went uphill, one went downhill. Soon there were mules all over the place. Okay. Then again Pritam Singh blowed the horn when he was about to slow down his truck. Then at that point the road had become narrow. So suddenly the road became very narrow and precipitous. What do you mean by precipitous? Yeah, extremely high or steep. So at that particular point the road became narrow and steep, and trotting ahead of them was a train of mules. Train of mules means a group of stray mules, a collection of gray mules. So train is actually the collective noun used for mules. Okay, so at that time there trotted ahead of them was a train, a group of mules. As the horn blared, when they heard the sound of the horn, one mule ran forward, one ran backwards, one went uphill and one went downhill. Soon there were mules over the place. So as they heard the sound of the horn, all of these mules got shuffled and scattered, and they were scattered here and there on the road. Okay. You can never tell with mules, said Pritam after he had left them behind. So as when they passed over them, Pritam said to Nathu that they could never tell with mules. as they were animals. Okay, the hills were bare and dry. Much of the forest had long since disappeared. Just a few scraggy old oaks still grew on the steep hillside. So, as they were actually passing through that particular field, the hills were bare and dry. That means one could not find that much trees and that much trees. It was bare. Bare means it was empty. It was empty and dry. One could not find trees there. Yeah, much of the forest had long since disappeared, and the forest was almost at the edge of destruction. Just a few scraggy old oaks still grew on the steep hillside. So there were only a few scraggy old oaks, nothing other than that. Okay, this particular range was rich in limestone and the hills were scattered by quarry. So once it was actually a thick forest area, and then people found that it was actually a particular range rich in limestone. Then they started using the place for quarry, and as a result most of the trees got distracted, and now the hills the place was bare and dry. Are your hills as bare as these? Asked Preetham. Then Preetham suddenly asked about Nathu's area. Was it like this? Yeah. No, they have not started blasting their asset, said Nathu. No. That place or our place was not like this because they had not started blasting their asset. Yeah. One could not find blasting like this in our place. So, it was not as bare as this place. That was not as bare as this place. Okay. That means their place was not as bare as this place. We still have a few trees, and there is a walnut tree in front of a house which gives us 2 baskets of walnuts every year. Then he mentioned about a walnut tree in front of their house. And do you have water? And what about your water? What about the land? Was it full of? Was there availability of water? There is a stream at the bottom of the hill, but for the fields we have to depend on rainfall, and there was no rain last year. Actually, there was a stream at the bottom of the hill, and people living there was actually used to take water from the stream for their basic needs, for their household needs, and we have to depend on rainfall for the fields, and for cultivation and all those things they had to depend on rainfall. Okay, and there was no rain last year, and unfortunately there was no rain last year, and as a result they occurred a drought, and this was actually the driving force that actually brought Nathu here right now. Okay, it will rain soon, said Preetham. I can smell rain. It's coming from the north. And Preetham said that, yeah, I hope that, or I think that suddenly they would definitely get soon. It will settle the dust. So as a result, yeah, when they get enough rain, yeah, that would definitely settle the dust. Okay, the dust was everywhere. The truck was full of it. The leaves of the shrubs and the few trees were thick with it. Nathu could feel the dust near his eyelids on his lips. As they approached the quarries, the dust increased, but it was a different kind of dust now. Whiter, stinging the eyes, irritating the nostrils, limestone dust hanging in the air. The blasting was in progress. So as they were actually getting closer to the quarry, limestone quarry. Yeah, almost every objects were covered with dust, and it is clearly said here that the leaves of the shrubs, few trees, then their eyelids, their lips, every objects were filled with dust. Okay, as they were actually nearing the quarry, yeah, the dust got increased. So they came to the conclusion that the blasting was in progress. So it is clearly understood that the blasting was actually in progress. It might be because of that reason, yeah, the surrounding area was covered with or full of dust. Okay, so I think that we can stop here. Anyway, I hope that you understood everything which we discussed today. Anyway, thank you and have a nice day.